Is that where we're going? Hold on 1 second. Yep, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. All right. Now, let me go ahead and let me fix this screen because, baby, okay. It must be your face. It must be your ass because it ain't your face, baby. All right. So, damn, that's close to my face. Give me a second. Let me drop this intro real quick.
Big poppin', money in the bank, coming dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me big poppin'. Money in the bank, coming dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me what to tap it.
Okay, so we are back, and I take it that a lot of people were not here for the Blueface. Okay, y'all are not here for the Blueface and the Grapeface and all of that stuff. Y'all came here for the Diddy and y'all came here for all of that. Now, let's get into it. We ain't been on here long. First of all, we came on here. We already talked about Diddy and did all of that stuff. And then we went over to Twitch, but now we came back over here because we're going to talk about this Grapeface versus Blueface type of thing that is going on. Now, shout out to In Your Business, because that is going to be who we are going to be watching to get the Grapeface portion of the threat that was made. Now, if you're in the Krishan sector, if you're in the Blueface sector, then you already know about this video that came out a while ago where Grapeface is what they're calling him, and he's from the Grape Street Crips. He made a threat against Blueface that if he ever came to their yard, that he was going to him. Okay? And so now it seems like this stuff is coming out now. And I don't know if this is all just some type of whatever, because Blueface has not been here for anything that was I don't want to say gang related. Oh shoot. I don't want to say gang related or whatever, but he's not here for his normal trolling antics. Like, that's not what's been going on. He's been making news because of his prison pics that have been circulating around. The other one, it was found to be an AI, but let me go ahead and let me switch to my IG tab so that I can show you the latest Blueface baby pics that were released. Now, if you were on Media Showdown yesterday, well, you know that we already talked about this, but people have been talking about the tattoos on his face, his hair. They've even talked about his man pecs because, you know, there's been a lot. They're even asking, why is he the only person with his shirt off? I mean, his shirt is in his hand, but he's the only person in this picture with his shirt off. So there's been a lot of things that have been called into question when it comes down to Blueface. But this threat that I'm about to play for y'all from Grapeface came out a while ago, and it seems that there has been a response from Blueface's big homie. So let's get into it. And we're also going to talk about who's. If you don't know who's is, you're going to find out who's is, because they had something to say. But let's hear this portion of programming right now.
There's no 50-50 shit.
Yeah, we don't know 50-50s. None of that. Come up here on a 50-50, cousin, uncle, brother, anybody getting bust off.
Don't want no shit, nobody no wrong information. So you about to get hit.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
But all metal.
He's not playing, bro. Niggas is getting knifed out, bro.
Yeah, homie.
Hey.
He's
getting knifed out, bro.
What
Snitching.
y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do if Blueface come to y'all yard?
He's getting bust on.
Blueface?
Dead homies.
Come up.
Dead homies. He getting bust on.
Bust on.
We don't care about no cards. We don't do none of that. He getting bust on.
Do no sucking shit.
The self-incrimination and self-snitching just does not end, does it? Now, why would you ever, why would you ever? You just gonna get on here and you gonna just show everything and you just gonna talk this crazy talk that you talking?
B Brace was online saying that Blueface was on a 50-50 yard. What do you think about that?
That's reality. Okay, so long story short, you know I'm at that same facility that Face is at, boom, but he's on the lower yard. So more of the story, that yard is not, they're flipping as we speak though, I ain't gonna lie. So it's becoming 50-50. But as if when Braze was speaking, that was not a 50-50 yard. That was
So it's been a lot of controversy as to whether or not Blueface was on a 50-50 yard. And so there's been people that have come out and said he's not on a 50-50. And this gentleman here, Treyway through 6K is saying, I'm in the same facility. He's on a lower level than me. It's not technically, it wasn't a 50-50 yard when he got there, but it's slowly becoming that. But when he was put over there, it was not a 50-50. Okay. We've been hearing, Three Finger Duty Shooter Whack 100 saying that he's in high power, which means that he's in a cell to himself. And, that's what's been going on. Even Blueface at one point in time said that he was in high power, not protective custody, not any of that. It is still apparently considered to be, from what I'm gathering, general population. But let's finish hearing what he had to say, and then we're going to get into the new developments that have happened with this story.
The GP, main line 3 yards. So, shit, in my eyes, Blueface say okay. They vouch for him up here,
Blueface say.
Yeah.
Don't know that shit. Yeah,
So what's the situation with my boy Compton TG?
Okay, so I'm not getting into all the rest of that because I don't even know who Compton, whoever they said is. I'm not getting into that. But so that's where this started. Now, where are we now? We're at a point where people are speaking out. I want to get to the who's because he spoke out on some things, and let me see if I got it. I don't know if I have it at the right spot, but y'all just bear with me if I don't. I should just stayed over there on Twitch. I don't even know why I came over here on YouTube. We're going back to Twitch after I do this portion of the program. And just so you know, we're going back to Twitch. Can one of the mods drop the link for me so that I could pin it? Because we're going back to Twitch.
Back to stuff for Richie. Richie had this, just to put it out there. Remember the stuff that happened with, because he did it, he's got to get exposed. Remember the stuff that happened with AT and Richie. He look. I'm starting to look at. This is why I fall back on the internet, because I get on here and I'm like, damn, if he popping like that, he got to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because homie should have got on here. Because if somebody from Devil Lanes get on here on like going trending, and he ain't who he say he is, I'm owning him. I'm not talking about owning him like woofing to him. That's not nothing.
So what who's is talking about is that there's a lot of people that are getting on the internet, including Grapeface, doing things, saying things as if they are one thing and have a status. But when he does his own investigation into them, they don't have the status that they get on here to portray. And he's saying that Grapeface got on here and it seemed like he was on it like that. And he had the power to be able to say the things that he's saying. But he's finding out that he doesn't.
I'm tapping in, trying to see what's happening. If he in the set, blah, 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 he in the pen, blah, 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 like, what's up? Is he the truth? Because I'm what? You ain't never about to be on here act like you the face on some wax. Look what Wack do. Wack do that. He act like he the face. Nobody. Dead homies. But you gotta fake it till you make it, and that's what he did on GM. He faked it till he made it, and then you gotta respect it. He faked it. He faked it till he make it. I guess. But look. Back to what I was talking about with old boy from okay, like Richie. He had G-Face on there, popping it. Come to find out, G-Face ain't who he say he is. He did some off the wall shit, and I gotta put him on here just based on it's in my life I'm involved in, and I said we ain't holding back. If I remember, look, he just did bad people things on lanes. He just end up. Anyways, long story short, G-Face got beat out his clothes because he playing dead homies. On else, it's some stuff that happened with me. I shout out to my greats, my mafias on the hood, the real ones on lanes. We do good business and some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So who's in between what he's saying? He's basically saying that Grapeface got beat out his clothes for the stunt that he pulled, saying that he was going to do XYZ to Blueface and that he really didn't have no power or authority to say what he said, do what he did. So he basically caught a GP when you think about it. All right. Now, there is a video. Oh, man, I was letting the video play. My bad. So that's shout out to who's. you can follow them on YouTube. So now we're also going to get into Blueface's big homie, because it seems like a big homie of the schoolyards has come out and spoken as well. So I'm going to play that for y'all, because it seems like this is a whole lot of going on. Let's hear what the big homie got to say.
Hey, look, I ain't no regular. Hey, Mafia.
Yeah, Mafia.
Are you a regular nigga?
I ain't no regular nigga. Oh, yeah.
I've been down 16 years. I'm on level 4 you are right now.
Level 4.
From Pelican Bay all the way to Centinela.
On Mafia from Folsom.
Using the name for clout
oh, yeah.
ain't something that we don't do.
Okay.
Talking about 50-50 yards.
All right.
That's a 50-50 type shit.
Gee, a nigga not doing that.
Mafia, you a regular
nigga? I'm not a regular nigga. Oh, yeah, you a regular nigga?
I'm not a regular
Gee,
and Blueface ain't a regular. I'm
right.
his big homie.
All right, oh,
G. Wolf Capone, Schoolyard, 17th Street. We don't do none of that. We keeping them. And he Mafia really got one.
So he's vouching that Blueface is who he is, and that he's like that.
All that talking about what you gonna do to him.
Talking about?
Hey, you kind of suspect.
Oh yeah, they talking about none.
He really from the 17th Street. He really from the Grape.
Come on, you already know.
I've been on all the Fogars. I ain't seen some of y'all that's talking all this shit on the day.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't give out names
gee,
for no clout.
Okay.
Real crib shit. BR, Lancaster now. All the way from New Folsom. You been to New Folsom?
Come on, I've been to New Folsom a while. Yeah.
I just left High Desert. CR. You been to Pelican Bay? He been to Pelican Bay.
Come on, why?
Some of that we don't be doing that.
Come on, why?
Blueface official. A real oak. Been down 16. Ask about me. G. Wolf Capone, 17th
Ask about
Street.
the loads. Ask about my grape band. Ask about my crippin' though. Yeah, on young.
Because look, if Blueface not a regular nigga, Mafia not a regular nigga.
And I mean, Wolf not a regular.
So if we touch you, nigga, we gonna get charged.
Oh yeah, what they talking about?
And if all of us touch you, we gonna get a case.
Oh gee, what they talking about?
Mafia schoolyard, Midtown.
Yeah.
Hey, Blueface, haters, cuz, keep crippin', cuz, you know what it is. Hey, all good. Midtown crib, 4800, 17th Street.
So there you have it. Blueface has been vouched for. His big homie has come out and spoken for him. And it seems like a DP has been given out for the felonious act that has been put on. And it has been deemed that it has been done for clout. They do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Now, since we are over here on the YouTube, because we was just on YouTube for Spike Coffee in the morning, now I'm coming back over here to YouTube just to give y'all a little flavor, a little taste, a little okay. But we ain't staying over here, because we're going over to the other bar that is over there on Twitch, and I have actually been streaming since 11 o'clock this morning. Shout out to me. Now, if you didn't catch all of it, I did go over some of the Diddy testimony. The government's suggestion of 11 years. And at first, when I was talking about Diddy, I was saying I thought that 11 years was too much, but we ended the live over here on the YouTube and went straight to Twitch, and we read some of the victim impact letters. And baby, let me tell you, after reading the impact letters, I now understand why the government is asking for 11 and a quarter years. Okay, because those victim impact statements, baby, they hit different when you read them. So if you missed that, head over to the Twitch. You can click the link. You can come into the live, because we ain't staying over here. We're not staying over here. We just came to visit and pop in and say, hey, we over there on the Twitch. Let's talk about Blueface real quick, and then we're going to head back over there. But I'm also going to get a little bit into some of the beef that is going on. We're not going to stay on the beef too long over here, but we're going to get into some of the beef that is going on, because Cardi B and Nikki, the girls are fighting everybody. Everybody was kung fu fighting. They're fast as lightning. All right, so Cardi B and Nikki. Now, from what I have gathered, and I don't know if all of this is in place, like if it's how it goes, because I don't think it is, but either way. So the way it is coming off is that Cardi was minding her business, just minding her business. And Nikki started her crap with Cardi. Now, let me go over here, because I do have Nikki's Twitter pulled up. I was going through the tweets last night, trying to see where it started at. So we're going to start here. We're not even going to start with them. We're going to start here. All right. Nikki was posting a lot of her stuff. She was posting a lot of her stuff, right? Pink Friday this and Pink Friday that and all of that. And so at some point in time, and forgive me if I missed some of it, all right? Because I don't just be, well, it's yesterday, the 30th. So we're looking for the 28th. All right. So it says, oh, Barbs, I love you so. All I could say is 3/27/26, right? So as I'm looking, she drops a Chucky emoji. Now, I do want to say this. Nikki was deleting tweets from my assumption. And so at some point in time, a strike was made. And this is one of the strikes that they are saying is made where I'm going to say a fan says, despite false reports, Nicki Minaj is the only female rapper to have albums cross 200K units first week this decade. So there's been a lot of beef about numbers that have gone on when it comes down to Nicki and Cardi. And this is how the hell am I not following her? This is no surprise. They've always been beefing. The girls have always been fighting. No matter who drops an album, it's always whose numbers are what and who did what and what to what and the hoot to hoot. Okay. And so I don't know if this is what started it or not, but it seems like there was a whole series of tweeting that was going on. Okay. And it woke up Belcalis. It woke up Barty. It woke up Barty. Okay. And what Barty, her first tweet in all of this was that she was home and she was making ribs and minding her business. And then here it comes. Now, it looks like Cardi has deleted some of her tweets as well. So there's been some tweet and deletes that have been going on, okay? Because I know for a fact that when I looked on here yesterday, I seen Cardi had posted a pan of baked ribs. And she was like, I'm over here making ribs and blondies, which are, brownies or whatever for those who don't know. And she's minding her business, and then boom, But it looks like the girlies are deleting tweeties. But let's go over here because we got some of the tweeties. Now I'm looking to see, did we get that? I don't think we got that. But we do have the back and forth, okay? So where we're starting at right now is Cardi says A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Your man had to snatch coochie. Coochie tastes like honeycomb. Your brother be touching 12-year-olds. Cocaine Barbie. I didn't say it. She said it. So don't y'all come over here bothering me. I didn't say it. Okay? Don't you come over here bothering me, Mildred. You better hop on back on over there where you came from because this is what she said, okay? Then she said, the power I have to make these issues come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room. Then she says, nothing more annoying than a bored itch. You must have missed me, huh, crazy? Now kiss my feet. These are Cardi's tweets to Nicki. Canada, the drama is coming for you. Those are pre-sales, so that is an ad, all right? All right, now this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy, like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord, protect my babies. Then Cardi goes on to tweet, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with. You can't because you doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the is you comparing yourself to me for? Now, I have to say this. You may not like it, but Cardi's telling the truth right there. I'm sorry. Now, Nikki says, that shows one of her barbs tweeted, Nikki is now trending at number 10 in the US at Nicki Minaj. And she reposted that, right? So Nicki says, to every enabler, never provoke a writer while they're writing. You join the game as a willing participant. Don't try to back out now. 32726, hashtag rock bottom nation, hashtag rock inflation, hashtag Rico Nation. You failed. Let the reindeer games begin. Hashtag, we hashtag win again. Child. Then Nicki goes on to say, got sunned on Sun's Day, and it's Sunday. Birth the ninja. Who wanted with this sensei? Retire someday, only if my son say. 32726. That's my fun day. Child. Did someone hack my Twitter? I posted a swivel chair gif and retweeted stats. Love you guys so much. For we wrestle against flesh and blood, not against principalities and powers, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Then Cardi says, damn, she was streaming Magnet hella hard, hard as hell, huh? And then that's when she went into her ABCD posting, right? Now, Nicki goes ABCDEFG, rap like Barney, still ugly. And Nicki says ABCDEFG, surgery to look like me, tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico fraud and perjury. ABCDEFG, pregnant, play with his bussy. ABCDEFG, lie and said mom was Trini. ABCDEFG, he don't want to dig my big ussy. Then Cardi posted this. The petty that was going on last night. Okay. As for your career dead, Ghostbuster. Now, Nicki did post some other stuff. Okay. As well. She said Barney dangerous. Okay. So we got some repeats going on. Nothing more annoying than a bored ish. All right. Now we've already got that. This Nicki posted this. Why are they like this? Why are they like this? Child, the girls are fighting. I just feel like this. It's the same thing with these Hunger Games that go on these YouTube streets and all of that. There is enough people for everybody, but I think one of the problems is, and one of the issues is, one person was here and had a reign all by themselves for a very long time, right? And then here came somebody else that rivals them. Now, if you think about it, I think that there is some type of admiration that goes on behind the scenes because Nicki has never rolled anybody this hard. And I feel like out of everybody that has come out, Cardi is the only one that she deems worthy enough to rival with for all of these years. And at this point in time, it's kind of expected, right? Cardi drops an album, Nicki's got something to say. Nicki drops an album, Cardi's got something to say. Nicki drops an album, Cardi does something to distract. Cardi drops an album, Nicki does something to distract. Like, it's just a back and forth that has been going on forever and a day. And, I'll be very clear, I am Bardi Gang, okay? But I do like Nicki as well. So for me, it's just like, dang, can I just enjoy the music? Like, all of this other stuff of who's the best rapper, if you ask me, both of them are good, and both of them have been holding their own and standing 10 toes up. Standing on their square, because I said I ain't saying that anymore. Standing on a square when it comes down to their careers. I mean, they both put out great music. They put out music that we all enjoy. But I do kind of feel like at some point in time, some of this is starting to feel staged. If you ask me, just my opinion doesn't make it a fact. But it feels like some of it is really staged because what better way to get albums promoted and going and increase record sales than to beef with one another? So right now, Cardi has just gone double platinum according to the RIAA. She's double platinum already. Her album has not been out for a whole month yet, and she's already double platinum. If you don't want commercials on Twitch, you have to become a subscriber. There's nothing else that I could do about that. That's my monetization and my bread and butter, and I can't cut that off for nobody. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's where we are with this. You know, I don't know if it's promotional, if it's real beef at this time. At one point in time, it was beef, okay? It was beef between these two. But now it's just like marketing. They just use each other for marketing, I think. Like Nicki's promoting her album that's coming out next year. She's beefing with Cardi. Cardi's album is out now. And when Nicki's album comes out, Cardi's going to be beefing with her again, and they'll be back and forth at it. But I don't know. Are you thoroughly entertained by this? Let me know in the comments. And if you are here on YouTube, please click that Twitch link that is at the top, because at the end of the day, this is where y'all are off of the train ride with us, and we have to say bye-bye because we are done over here on YouTube. But you can come on over there to Twitch and keep up with what is going on, because now that we have talked about Grapeface versus Blueface and Cardi versus Nicki, even though I didn't bother to get too deep into it, just cover it because that's all that I really planned to do, was just cover it anyway. Wasn't getting too deep. We are going to continue on. I have now knocked off 3 of the topics that I wanted to talk about. I am going over there to the Twitch to discuss Hot Boy Turk, who has a lawsuit against Cash Money Records. I have a Yellow Beezy update, and we're going to talk a little bit about Ray J's new case and the Kardashian Rico. All of that is going to be going down over there on the Twitch. We are here for a Marathon Tuesday, y'all. So grab your henny and your popcorn, get your lunch, and come on over to the Twitch. We are out. I will see y'all in the next spill over on YouTube. But if you are not on Twitch, you want to click that link and come on over.